What's up, YouTube? It's me again, Tolstoy Kafkaetsky, here to bring you another video review. Sitting here in my work clothes, really couldn't be bothered to, change out of them this afternoon, and you're looking from a new perspective. Here's my bed behind me, and that's because you're sitting on top of my PS2 right now. The other day I was at a $5 and under store, and look what I found for $5. I'm going to be reviewing a PS2 arcade joystick set. Found this at a $5 under store for $5. Here we have the most important part of the set, the direction control, the arcade-esque joystick. It came with a replacement one, but I stuck this one in immediately, and I can't quite figure out how to get it out. It really doesn't feel like it's the quickest response. It kind of feels like it's sticking a little bit. You can tighten it or untighten it by rolling back and forth. Yeah, tighten it. Yeah. Well, it's made to play on the PlayStation 2, so here you have your, PS2 buttons, L2, L1, your triangle, circle, square, X, and R1, R2. Down here you have press, start, and what's that called? Select. Here you have a little LED that reads mode. I actually don't know what that does. I don't know how to change the mode. And over here is kind of two little buttons, and I think those are to take the place of the clicking function on the two joysticks. Come to think of it, I guess this thing doesn't have a second joystick. So I suppose you really couldn't adjust the camera on a lot of games. But then again, it said that it's made for arcade games or fighting games. So anyway, I wanted to demo it for you, and of course, I could have used any PS2 game, I guess, like Ratchet and Clank, but that didn't really feel appropriate since it's for fighting games. So I went to my local EB Games, and for $8 picked up the classic Soul Calibur 2.
Soul Calibur 2.
Yeah, that one. Anyway, and I wanted to demo it for you, so, let's find out how this, thing handles. Let me get set up here. Okay, here I am on the Soul Calibur menu, and I'm going to attempt to, play a game of Soul Calibur 2. First using the, Gamster, PS2 arcade setup. Alright. Yeah. Let's just try arcade. Alright. Played this once before. It wasn't so bad at it. I keep on using this one guy, Yunsung. He's okay with his scimitar. Okay, we're gonna fight Miss Cassandra. Like I said, well, I didn't say before yet, but the controls do okay. So you have to skip all this. That's the other thing, is that you have to press start to skip, and that means I have to take my hands off the setup real quick to hit the start button to get them to stop talking. Alright. Now, I can do okay at this, which is pretty good for me, because I'm normally not that good at fighting games. There you go, just got it perfect. Alright. But again, I got to the very end, and I even defeated the ending boss, Inferno, or whatever the hell his name was, using the arcade setup. But, really, I found out that I had it set on a really easy setting, which, whatever, I'd rather have it be easy than horribly frustrating. Anyway, there doesn't seem to be any major problems except for the control of motion. Really isn't that easy. Or really isn't that intuitive. It seems almost like the Neo Geo Pocket Color. It kind of wants to go places that I didn't tell it to go. Alright, let's try it out with the other control pad. Hold on, please. Okay, this is the next fight in the arcade lineup, and this time I'm going to be doing it, okay, with this. The standard PS2 thing. Okay, close. Yeah. Oh. That's weird. Well, the controls on this actually feel a little stiff. But, well, no. Okay, we've seen all this. Okay, now that the start button's in a more convenient place, I can easily skip all that crap. Yeah. Well, it's pretty plain to see that this is actually... At first I thought the control stick was a little less intuitive, but No, I think it does just fine. I think these are far better controls than the arcade setup. Okay, it's time for me to do my final thoughts on this thing. The Gamster PS2 arcade setup here, well, it does work. It's not to say that you can't hook it into a PS2 and actually play your fighting games, and as you saw, what wasn't too bad at Soul Calibur with it, but at the end of the day, it's supposed to enhance your game experience, enhance your playing. This setup will never be as intuitive as this setup. I mean, your L2 and R2 buttons here on the sides and the way that they have, you know, the main fire buttons right there in the center, that will never be as easy for me to remember as having my shoulder buttons up here and my, you know, buttons to remember here. Also, this is incredibly light, you know, I suppose, and this is incredibly lunky, and it's a bit of a pain to let it, you know, ride on your lap and try to control like that. The motion control isn't always top-notch, as I kind of alluded to before, and sometimes you have a difficult time remembering where the buttons are because of where they're placed. I kind of can get confused and, you know, confuse this one for that one and this one for that one, you know, and vice versa. But then again, it's only $5, and there are some upsides to it. I guess the best thing I can say about it is that Sony's products, I don't care who you are, this is a fact, Sony's products are always made extremely cheaply, and they are very easy to break. This is actually my second control pad, and it's already slightly used. I think you can hear some rattling in there because my first one took a tumble off a desk when I turned my chair, and the cord got caught on the corner of the chair and pulled it off the desk, and it hit the floor. I have carpeting in here, and it busted in the little end, and it kind of damaged it a little bit. I'm not sure why this one's rattling. It could be because I tossed it a little too carelessly onto the floor, but again, that's ridiculous that it's that undurable, I suppose. And this, obviously, it feels extremely robust. I mean, I could, you know, really kind of hammer at this thing if I dropped it, or even if I got really pissed off playing Jack 2 and just hurled it across the room, which, you know, I'm not proud of, but I won't hide. I think I'm not the first person to want to break their PS2 control pad. This one will be a little easier to take your rage out on, if that's the type of person you are, and if that's not the type of person you are, then I suppose you wouldn't need it for that. But again, it kind of comes down to, for $5, is there a situation where you would buy it? Well, oftentimes I'll bring up going to a birthday party, or, you know, going to someone's birthday, or you know, a housewarming, or, you know, something. If you're going to your brother, sister, your friend's dorm room at his new college or something, and you figure he's into fighting games a lot, you know, or it's Christmas and you just need some cool gimmicky gift because some people are just impossible to shop for, I'm probably one of them, then, you know, you could pick up this, and then they'd have like a couple hours of fun with it, and when they said, you know, it's either not as good, when they come to the conclusion that it's really not as good as this, you know, in most senses, it's not really not as good as, you know, the Sony original control pad, then you could just say, well, it was only $5, and I just got it for, you know, fun, just to kind of try it out, and maybe you could just bring it home one night to liven up your, you know, evening. Well, yeah, $5 it's okay.